we've just teleported into the demo area, and you can see we've broken it down by industries. So we have CNC machines, we have packaging goods, we have transportation, and we have power. And what you can see here is this is a sensor that's in a room with us that's basically giving you the temperature and the current date coming right from Predix. And if Blaine touches the temperature sensor, he's Canadian, so it might go down in temperature. So it's not going to update. But ideally, this is live, so you can see this. Well, this would be here. We could actually have sensors going around on the machine showing you this. Um, you can teleport around by using the controls. We've limited how far you can go. So now we're at the power demo station, and to kind of give you an idea, this wind turbine, basically that's the size of a person, or the normal steps down there, and this is that. So we can actually give people the concept of looking at an asset in 3D, or we could even potentially make them your real size to show you how big it would be in the factory. So some of the ideas is you could actually show the customers what a system looks like. You could even take them to the top of the windmill. We could actually put this windmill live and take them to the top of a windmill and show them what the GE repair guys are doing and why it's important to basically use things like APM. So we're going to switch over to the transportation group. Oh, we're going to go back and check the temperature. So I'm going to rotate around. So it's updating at some rate in the background, but we can see the temperature's going up. There we go. We can see it moving. So this is just a floating control that we can see that could basically hooked up to live data coming from Predix to show them that we're there. And then we would have basically the other jobs, the other machines in things like IMTS or wherever around the world we are. Or we could even be monitoring our machines like in Grove City and Greenville. So let's go take a look at the transportation. So you can see that we actually see a train. It's kind of a low model, low texture poly. So we don't have all the animations and stuff like that, but we can get the CAD drawings from real trains and actually show them down to the nuts and bolts that we have. But you can see that we have transportation. You could have the normal presentations all here. You can also animate them, so if you touched an animation, so you could have the virtual trade, the show anytime you want and not actually have to have people, not have to have IMTS live at the time. We could actually show any of this. So this space also is a factory that was purchased. So we can basically model out the exact space that you have IMTS and or Minds and Machines, or we could create a virtual demo space and have each of these bays having one of our businesses. So again, we were going to load the PT Kronos stuff that was the machine that was at Minds and Machines, but it's so detailed it kind of overwhelms the computer. So it comes down to every screw and not even the threads on the screws. So we're looking to get a lower poly count machine and put it here. And again, that same demo we stood up at Minds and Machines, we could have in there anytime, any day. So let's go take a look at the Akumas that we've had in the Minds and Machines for the last couple of years. And you can see we have a virtual assistant here with us. I seem to be a giant right now for some reason. But we have our virtual assistant with us. We have the CNCs. Again, I'm floating off the ground higher than I should, but I should be that normal height. So that's the normal height. We can see the machines running. We can add some particle effects on the machine. You can open and close the door, so we could animate. So as we're looking here, we could have a screen showing the live machine at IMTS or here at Minds and Machines, and you could actually show what's really happening. So if the person was in Istanbul and they were watching the machines, they could see the machine over here. They could see the door open. They could basically close it and the animations. When we're done, this display here, this black display is being skinned. We could actually show what's actually going on the display, and you can see the people, and we can see the andon lights. For more complex doors, like a double wide door, we actually have the animations for the double wide. You can see the controls. And again, we could actually animate the displays, but this is about a couple days worth of work, less than 5. And so where the text here is we could actually bring up the display. So we're actually starting to collect data, but we don't have, oh, there it goes. So the text basically switched over to the same temperature that we had over there, but now we're actually pulling data from an external source, such as our field agents right now. And again, we have different versions where we had animated, like you can see the andon lights, so we can have them lit up. We can have the machines.